Hey guys, it's Nova. Come with me while I redo our offerings. So we have a pink moon tonight. So we decided we're going to go ahead and redo their offerings. Plus, it's about time to redo them anyway. So this is Loki's. This is what his looked like. He was all done. He really likes the tea because we make it look like whiskey. Or bourbon sometimes. And then put hot water in them. And get all the junk out. And then this one was Persephone and Hades. I kind of already rinsed out a little bit, but that's what that looked like. I've noticed that one of their favorite teas is pomegranate blueberry, which I will show you in just a minute. Sorry about that, we had a train going by. And I'm just going to clean up this last one. Alright, now that we just kind of press them all out, we're going to actually clean them with our sponge. Just going to run it all along the inside. I like to be very careful with these because these are China. Shot glass, not as much, but still want to be pretty careful because still, you know, glass. And rinse them out. Okay, we have moved locations. Alright, so let me just get this organized a little. So we have our pink tea. I know it's like a beer container. It's tea. Alright, apple one. Alright, so we need a hecate. Let's see, what are we feeling today? Okay, so we have Aphrodite. Let's just go okay. So for that, in that case, we're having out of chai. So hibiscus. Then for Loki, so this one is apple cinnamon tea, so I'm going to be giving that to Lord Loki. I like to kind of just like set up their teas in their cups. This one is for Lord Aries. And then we have Aphrodite, Lilith, and Persephone. One for Lord Hades. Okay, so for Hades, we've got some pomegranate. And then we have hecate and over here. mint. Okay, so this is what our order is now. Okay, so we're gonna be giving Lord Loki mint instead, and then Hecate and Lady Athena will be getting the cinnamon apple. And then we have the pomegranate blueberry for Lord Hades. Strawberry hibiscus for Lord Ares. And I'm also gonna mix some of the apple into there as well, because it has the cinnamony flavors to it. And then we have Lilith, Aphrodite, and Persephone, who will all be getting wine. And this is a blackberry merlot wine. There's a little bit each. We're also gonna give a little to Lady Athena and Lady Hecate. Which should be instead of giving them the tea. Alright, and then we can go ahead and start with our cups that have tea in them. So I set all these ones off to the side. Alright, so we're gonna start with Loki. Just put a little hot water in here.
Anyways, hi, I return.
Hi.
Hi.
Let these two steep. Alright, and now we're just going to take the apple cinnamon and mix it in with Loki's peppermint. Let that steep a little bit. So Loki should be all steeped. Yep. Alright, so this is what Loki's look like. Like I said, it always looks like some sort of alcohol. That's weird. Alright, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of honey. I'm gonna just have to use this to stir it a little bit. Try to get as much off of it as I can. Right. So now that we're looking like alcohol. So, grab butter knife. And we'll stir it a little. And get that little caramel color. That's what I aim for his offerings to look like. Alright, so now we can do Lord Hades, which is red, always. It's either red or it's brown, kind of like Loki's. But my absolute favorite to use for Hades and for her and for his lovely wife Persephone is any pomegranate teas, obviously, and honestly any Greek gods, deities. Pomegranate is always a lovely choice, associated with all of them. Alright, so we have Hades, wine. Alright, and lastly we have Lord Ares, which his usually is like an off red brownish color. Doesn't pick up super well on camera, but it's pretty kind of like a dark red, like more of a burgundy, I guess. And him, we only add the tiniest bit of honey. We add honey to all of them because it's associated with Greek mythology, but we don't add a ton to some of others. Some of them don't like their honey super sweet, so. Alright, and then we're just gonna mix it. Just kind of like a whiskey motion. So I just go like this. we're all set to put them on their own taste.